Are going to recording. All right. Thank you so much for showing up tonight, guys, on a Wednesday night when I know everybody's got baseball and softball and soccer and all of those outdoor things and the outdoor patio activities and whatnot. I'm actually missing my son's ball game right now as we speak, to be here tonight as well. So thank you so much for coming. My name is Becky Smith. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I kind of started a health journey about 3.5, 4 years ago, when I got really sick of having three autoimmune diseases. I was working three jobs. I'm a mom with three kids, and I found myself kind of looking for something in the world of vitality, energy. I was 80 pounds overweight. There was a lot of different things that I was struggling with here. I'm still getting people in the waiting room. And so that was kind of an issue that I was having. So I found myself in my integrative medicine provider's office because I had fired all of my doctors from Western medicine because all they kept doing was giving me more and more medications or telling me I'm crazy hitting perimenopause. I think a lot of us can relate to that, right? You start hitting your late 30s, 40s, and early 50s, and you're like, what is wrong with me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm, 30 to 50 pounds overweight. I can't lose weight to save my life. I just wish I had my energy back. So I was in that boat. So through that, I ended up finding Western, or not Western, integrative medicine. So, integrative medicine provider is somebody who kind of looks at you from all different perspectives, whether it be a vitamin deficiency, it could be a hormonal imbalance. There's all different aspects that they look at. Well, one of the things that I was complaining about in her office one day was hair loss and itchy, rashy skin and a little bit of joint pain. And she asked me, she goes, Becky, are you using collagen? And I said, I've got this blue tub from Costco. And if you've been to Costco lately, the lines are super long. You're standing there and you've got this big pallet of these blue canisters of collagen sitting next to you as you're going through the checkout, right? And that's what I had. And I didn't notice anything. It was a pain in the butt. You had to mix it in your coffee, mix it in a drink or something. It really was not easy to use. And so I'm like, I really suck at using it. And I didn't really feel any benefit from it. She goes, oh, no, no, no. She goes, I want you to try this liquid collagen. It's a medical grade, high octane collagen. It's going to help with your hair growth. It's going to help hydrate your skin from within. It's going to be like WD-40 for your joints. And I was like, I will try anything. This woman has been a godsend for me at this point. So I bought this collagen from her office. I took it home and started using it. And what happened was I started to actually get some hair growth. And my skin, which is usually itchy and rashy from having something called discoid lupus, really started to improve. It wasn't dry and itchy and rashy. It had a hydration to it. So fast forward a couple months later, a friend of mine reaches out to me and she goes, Becky, I partnered with a company in the health and wellness space, and I think you should take a look at it. And I said, You're freaking crazy. So there's no way I'm looking at anything. I've got three kids, three jobs. I don't even have the energy to handle what it is that I have. She goes, Well, I'm going to send it to you anyways because you like all this healthy stuff. Well, I about fell off my chair and peed my pants when I saw it was the exact same company that my doctor had me using and was actually selling in her office. So at this point, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm all ears. So she started sending me some information. What I found out about this company was that they have a scientific advisory board that blows my mind. I am a scientist by trade. I've got a background in medical laboratory science and biochemistry, and that type of thing is really important to me. I'm really careful with what I put in this fragile body, right? I need things that are kind of gluten-free, CGMP certified as high as you can get from a supplement standpoint, and really dig into these things. So once I saw that they had so much more than just this collagen that had given me this success, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to dive in because there's a couple people that I can think of that I know would benefit from this collagen that I had been using. If you would have told me 3 years ago that I'd be sitting here on a Zoom right now going over what it is that we have, I would have laughed at you and said you're crazy. But this has been one of the most amazing things I have ever done in my life, from my own health perspective, now being 80 pounds down, having the skin that I've always wanted and the hair growth that has come back. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time with you and my friends that are with me here tonight that have some great testimonials and stories as well with some of the things that they've been using, along with what it was that's kept me here for those last couple of years. So I'm going to pull up a slide here. So bear with me for just a second. Um, I use a different platform for work. So sometimes when you're sharing between like if you're used to Microsoft Teams and then you switch over to Zoom and then maybe you have a WebEx or Google Meet, it's like, man, it's hard to flip around back and forth. So here we go. I think I got her. I got her. I got her. Okay. So the company that we're talking about is called Trinant. Trinant is French for changing lives. We are a company in the health and wellness space. And we've actually been around since 2013, so 13 years now. We have a huge mission that I absolutely love, which is to impact 1 billion lives for good in the next 30 years through health, wealth, and community. 100% debt free. And we are an Inc. 500 company, and we've won first place Gold Stevie Awards, which is a huge, huge compliment in this industry for health and wellness. And we'll share a little bit more about that in a little while. Um, the thing that I love about this is everything that I do to help people is from my phone. Because if you guys heard, I've got 3 kids. I do work 3 jobs because I'm very passionate about my career, but I'm able to do this on the side with very little time in each day and be able to help so many people, not just with helping their health, but also helping their wealth as well. And it's very simple and it's accessible for anybody. We have products that everybody wants and needs, like literally everybody. If you threw a rock out your window, you would hit somebody who needs something that we have, right? How many people do you know that have weight loss goals, hair loss, that have, low energy, low libido even? There's a lot of this going on, and we have something for everybody. Everything we have is CGMP certified, which is one of the highest certifications you can get for a facility that processes supplements. And we are scientifically backed with a very impressive advisory board. Again, that science is super important to me as well. So, some of the health solutions that we have include core health, weight management, women's health. Remember, I mentioned libido and perimenopause, those types of things, an active lifestyle, beauty and vitality, and energy and cognition. So, we have 27 products. And obviously, I'm not going to sit here tonight and, blast you with 27 products worth of information, but we picked our top sellers and our favorites and are sharing our stories here tonight and how amazing some of these are. So the one that got me here is our Glow Liquid Collagen. This is a type 1 bovine collagen that is most similar to the collagen in your body. Well, what the heck is collagen? It is like the scaffolding that holds you together. It holds in your skin, your nails, your bones. Everything is consistent of collagen. So you want a really good hydrolyzed collagen to help keep that scaffolding nice and strong. As we get older, after our 20s, our collagen levels start to take a dive bomb. So what happens? We get saggy, we get wrinkles. People that are losing weight and things like that, you want to keep a good collagen to keep your skin nice and firm. Some of the things that I really love about this, we have a high amount of biotin, which is really good for your hair, skin, and nails, which is a big piece of what happened to me. So you can see up in the top here, I had a lot of hair loss. I had a bald spot. Now this has grown back. This distance between these 2 pictures is probably 6 months, but I really started noticing the hair growth come back after about 2 months. It has what's called hyaluronic acid in it. Inside of your joints, you have a fluid. It's called synovial fluid, and that's what makes your joints all movable, right? You have to have a liquid in there. As you get older, you get less and less of that synovial fluid. And when we can add back hyaluronic acid, which is what it consists of, you have more joint fluid. So that's why we call it WD-40 for your joints. If you usually walk into the bathroom in the middle of the night and your ankles are creaking and cracking and your knees hurt, your back hurts, sometimes when we add some extra hydration to those joints, it really helps lubricate and get less of that bone on bone so you don't have that creaking and crunching, right? So this has been a huge difference maker for a lot of people in terms of joint health, but also skin health and hair health as well. So this is what got me here and what has kept me here, and I will never stop using it. Actually, I have some right here in front of me. Um, all right, so I'm going to introduce my next friend. Her name is Rochelle. We went to high school together, so we've known each other for a really long time. And she is one of our Pearl associates and is probably as big of a mojo lover as me. I call her husband the shirtless influencer because he likes to come on Facebook and talk about Mojo without a shirt on from time to time. He hasn't done it a whole lot lately, but she is incredibly passionate. She's got a great story. She's a lot of fun to follow. If you don't follow Rochelle Worth on Facebook, you need to because her positivity every single morning is just infectious. So I've got a lot to learn from her in that category, and I think you'll really enjoy what she has to say. So I'm going to have Rochelle take it over. She's going to talk about Mojo and Zest and also one more after this as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Becky. And
Mhm.
I came for the collagen also and love the rest of the products. And that's why I'm here 3 years later also. My husband absolutely loves the Mojo. I can say that if you would test his blood, it probably would be full of Mojo. It is our energy nootropic drink. So you get sustained energy for a good 6 or 7 hours. I'll tell you the one thing that absolutely has changed us with Mojo is my husband was, I would say, a Debbie Downer, if you want to go ahead and say that, especially at work. One time, 2 years ago, I think it was, he had his review and they said, I don't know what you've been doing this last year, but your attitude has completely changed. What have you done? And he said, the only thing I've done different is started drinking Mojo. So his boss actually wrote it down on his review and brought it up last year. Same thing. He said, you must still be taking that Mojo. Yep, he's still taking the Mojo. He doesn't go a day without. We went on vacation last week. He had to take the Mojo packets with. We took our little kettle with to make sure he had his Mojo morning every day. It really boosts your serotonin, helps with that dopamine. And it just is yummy, whether you like or like the Brazilian coffee or there's the rich chocolate, either or. So definitely a must try.
And the Zest?
Zest. Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I always forget about Zest because it's so cold still.
I know.
He drinks Zest during the summer. So Zest is like Mojo's partner, right? It
Mhm.
is the cold. It has the lemonade. You're going to get the same benefits that you get from the Mojo. You're going to get in the zest also. So
Yeah, absolutely. My son is going to be 20 years old in a couple of weeks, and he ditched Monster Energy drinks for Zest.
I
So,
believe it. I believe
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he goes, Mom, I can focus so much better at work.
Yes, you got that right.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Let's talk clear protein. I'll say when I make my husband's mojo in the morning, you'll see me immediately after. I love the clear protein. It comes in clear or clear plus. What are the differences, right? Clear is just the whey protein. You're going to get a refreshing drink. It lives up to its name. It's clear. It's a clear pink. I personally love the Clear Plus myself because it gives me some of the benefits that I had you would get with Mojo. So it has the green tea in it, and you're going to get that sustained energy. Also has L-theanine for focus in there. So I love that. I I focus on my protein and have for about a year. Focusing on protein with adding the Clear Plus in the morning, Clear or Clear Plus, because I've done both. Along with some of our other products, have dropped about 35 pounds. It keeps me full, keeps me sustained for, gosh, I probably go 10, 11 o'clock before I'm taking my Activate and going on. But I attribute that to having the protein. I put yogurt in with it and a couple other things, but it is something that helps me meet my protein goals because, of course, I am drinking and eating the protein 100 grams at least a day. This alone, one drink, 20 grams. So then I add some yogurt in it and about 38, 40 grams of protein. As you can see, pictures on the bottom or on the slide. One is the difference between the two is probably about 55 pounds. So I started on a journey about 5 years ago and then kind of fluctuated back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then last year I was like, you know what? I was doing some different things. I'm going to get serious. I did the protein first thing in the morning, and it has been a game changer for myself. So,
Thank you so much for sharing. All right. Our next speaker up is going to be Lehua Collins. She is a mom with a 1-year-old that you may hear in the background. We were just here listening before. So cute. Super busy, works full time. She's one of our Jade associates, and she is going to talk to us about metabolic health. Now, if you think of the standard American diet in Americans today, one of the big issues we have is metabolic syndrome, which makes it very, very difficult for people to lose weight. Lehua has a great story with what has happened with her and the daily health system, as do the rest of us that are on here today as well. But I'm going to let her take over and talk to you about our award-winning daily health system. Go ahead.
All right. Just a little background on me. Yes, I do have a 1-year-old, so she's screaming back there. I do apologize. She's having a little fun downstairs. But I actually have a total of 5 kids. And so I needed something. I'm in my 40s and 2 of them are toddlers. So I needed something to kind of keep up with life. But one of the biggest things for me was my health. I am type 2 diabetic, and my A1C went from 10.7 down to 5.7 with the assist of this daily health system. I also had high cholesterol, which is now completely normal as well. So as you see, the 5 indicators here, the metabolic health, they help with blood pressure, the cholesterol, your blood sugar, your waist circumference, and your triglycerides. And when I say that, it literally helped me in every aspect of those 5 areas. So the daily health system will include a drink called Activate, and that's an enzyme, and an enzyme called Transform. The Activate is that drink that induces our own GLP-1s, and we call it the liquid Ozempic. What that does is take away the food noise and makes you full faster, and it also activates your AMPK, which will burn the fat and lower your blood pressure if needed as well. Transform was a big one for me. As I said, I was diabetic. So what this does is you take it before your meals, and it converts the capsule. It's capsules that have a glucose converting enzyme that turns sugar into alpha glucan fiber in your gut, and that is not absorbed through the intestines, but to the bloodstream. It also has grains of paradise, which is a mild thermogenic. So this system really is your complete metabolic system. And when I tell you, I feel like it saved my life. I really mean it. I was struggling for decades with my health, with my weight. If you see, that's the picture of me there, the upper one. I was pushing 280 pounds there. After DHS down there, actually, I lost a little bit more weight at that bottom one. That was probably about 40 pounds. So I've lost an additional 7 pounds since there, and we're still working on it.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, Lehua. You look fantastic. You always have, but you just look vibrant, a different glow to you for sure. I threw my picture in here as well. This was me at about 210 pounds. Prior to starting the daily health system, I had tried everything. I had yo-yo dieted. And the thing that the daily health system did for me was it was a tool that kept me on the straight and narrow with my diet. Okay. So the daily health system for me, I don't think it stripped the weight off as much as it was a mental tool that said like, girl, put the fork down, right? It made me stop eating sooner. I ate less. I craved healthier foods. And the sugar that I did eat and the margaritas and things, I would take the Transform to obliterate some of that sugar so I didn't absorb it to my bloodstream. So it's a multitude of tools in one that have really helped me get to my goal weight as well. And actually, I was 137 on the picture on the right. Today I'm 124, so I do need to get a new picture there. But yeah, we have some amazing things here that make things possible. When your metabolic health is out of whack, it's very difficult to lose weight. So, all right, this next one is amazing. So, how many people do you know that struggle with diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloat, irritable bowels, running to the bathroom, all of those wonderful things, right? I think if it's not you, it's definitely someone you know, either a spouse, a friend, family. you get the idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing here for a minute because this is one that I have to physically show you it working right in front of your face. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this crappy snack pack pudding that you'd put like in a kid's lunch, and I'm going to add one of these capsules to it. And I'm going to tell you what's going on in here while I stir it. So you can see this is thick, right? I took the cap off. It's like really thick. And I'm going to take one of these digestive enzymes with probiotic and prebiotic. It's a veggie capsule. I'll explain more about that in a second. I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to crack it open and I'm going to put it in this pudding. Now, normally you would just take it with some water, right? Just drink it. But this is a great way to demonstrate exactly what's going on. So inside this pudding, you can see I have the powder in there, is
Becky,
11 strains of digestive enzymes.
Becky, I think there might be somebody trying to come in.
Nope, there's nobody in the waiting room.
No?
Nope.
Hmm. Okay.
Sorry. I'll keep watching. I don't see anybody though. All right,
It
so
just
there's
says green, so I wasn't unsure.
oh, okay. There is 11 strains of digestive enzymes in here. So it breaks down carbohydrates, proteins, fats. It breaks down beans, kind of like, when you go to like a Mexican restaurant or if you eat like baked beans and stuff, it can make you gassy. This breaks that down so there's no gas. It also has lactase to break down dairy, and it has gluten digesting enzymes. So it's not for celiacs, but it's for people like me, where if you were to have a sub sandwich, it would make me feel bloated. But this helps break that down. It's got 4 strains of probiotics, which is the bacteria that keep you lean and healthy. And the type that you have in your gut matter. What I've lost 2 inches off my waist just the first couple of weeks of using this just because of the gas and bloat going down. Okay. Who wants to be bloated and gassy? Nobody that I know. So that bacteria will help keep you lean and healthy. It's going to help you absorb your nutrients better. It's going to help you break down your food better. But also we have prebiotics, because I think you can agree that a snack pack pudding is a pretty dead food. When you add a live probiotic to it, you need to add the prebiotic to keep it alive, keeps that gut microbiome healthy and flourishing. So you can see in less than a minute here, this completely liquefied this pudding. So this is going to totally help you with your digestion and absorb your food better. I think of it like if you were to go to the Olive Garden and eat a big plate of fettuccine Alfredo, this is going to help you break your food down, and you're going to walk out of the restaurant feeling just as good as you did when you walked in. This is not what's going to come out the other end. It's just going to allow things to smoothly enter your GI tract without being gassy and bloated. It is freaking incredible. My husband used to be on a lot of Prilosec medication for GERD, gastroesophageal reflux, heartburn. Now he takes this with his meal, he digests his meal, and it heads to his through his digestion more smoothly, and it's not gurgling back up when he's laying in bed. If you're on a lot of those medications, it can cause your iron and B12 levels to tank and affect your energy and stuff. So if you can kind of move to something that's more naturally where you can absorb your nutrients, you're going to feel a million times better. Okay. So that is our enriched digestive enzyme. Okay. Back to where we were. 1 second here. Okay. All right. So that's our enrich. Now, oh, there we go. Let's wait for it to pop up for a second. All right, so those are the products that we were going to cover tonight, but there's more aspects to Trinont that we wanted to talk to you about briefly. And the next one is Trinont Travel. So not only do we have a wellness line, we also have a travel line. Now, why did I get so excited about this? We love to travel, but travel is expensive. It's like it's up in the gas and groceries classification of things that are getting ridiculously expensive, right? So what if you could travel in a less expensive manner and even get a free vacation? So I'm going to tell you how to do that. Trinont has opened a portal that is a private portal that either customers or associates can enroll in. Okay. What this gets you is up to 65% on hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, and car rentals. It is a totally private account. So if you think of places like Expedia and Priceline and things like that, we're not supposed to talk about some of our competitors. You book in a similar manner, but ours is private. Okay. So it looks like this, where you would just go and type where you want to go, and your check-in date and everything, and it will pop up a bunch of options and it'll tell you what the savings is. So what I would do if I was going to Seattle for the weekend, I would just type in Seattle, and I have like a standard for hotel. Like if I like Holiday Inns, Comfort Suites, those types of places, I would find the best deal in that area and choose that hotel, for example. Chad and I got a hotel in Houston for $44. I just about fell over. It was normally $125, something like that, but it had a free airport shuttle and free breakfast. I was like, holy cow, this is amazing. So just one example of a big savings that you can get. Here's another savings that somebody else had. You can see with Trinot Travel, it was $13.78 with the popular online booking sites that you heard me mention before, 1,980. So a savings of $602. So big savings to be had in here with travel. But that's not the best part. You can save all year long on those things. But after a full calendar year of having a subscription, my subscription is $65 a month. I canceled a bunch of crap that I wasn't using, Paramount, Hulu, some iTunes subscriptions on my phone that I don't even know what they were for anymore. What else to get rid of? Disney Plus, I think. My kids are like 20 some years old. We don't even watch Disney Plus. So I ended up getting rid of a bunch of things, and that covered my $65 a month. So at the end of a full calendar year, even if I never book a single hotel, I get a voucher for a free vacation at one of 3,000 places in the world. So there is a all-inclusive in Aruba, okay, that is free with the voucher. So if you do the math, okay, we're math, $65 a month times 12 is $780 you have spent over the whole entire year. You may be getting hotel discounts the whole way through, but at the end, even though you've only paid $780, you're going to get a free vacation like this one that I chose, which is about $3,000 for the week for two people. And I'm going to get it free. So that is crazy to me. I went to one of the online popular booking sites. It was $6,000 for this hotel for the week through Trinot Travel. If you just didn't want to use your voucher, you just want to go whenever, it was 2,863. So it's half as much on Trinot Travel, but you get a voucher at the end of the year to cover one of 3,000 locations. I mean, there's the Caribbean, there's Riviera Maya, Cancun, all that stuff, Puerto Vallarta, you name it. All over the world are all-inclusive vacations you can choose from, and you get one. So this is a super exclusive, amazing piece of Trinot, and that I am so excited that we get to travel twice as much now because of the amount of savings that we have. All right, so talking about Trinot as a business here for a minute. Like I said, if you would have told me 3 years ago that I would be sitting here doing what I am today, I would have said you're crazy. You know, I've got three kids. I mentioned I got three jobs. I don't have the time to do anything else on the side. But once I started seeing what it was that the company was doing and how amazing they were and how simple this was, I decided to run with it, and here I am today. Well, here's some other pieces of information I want you to be familiar with before I talk about this. You guys have heard of GLP-1s before, right? So GLP-1s right now are very popular. Can we agree? I think we know everybody who's on a GLP-1 injection. Like everybody, I mean, over half the people you know, right? Maybe yourself, maybe you have been, or maybe you are. Maybe you wish you were, right? It's a $13 billion industry. By the year 2030, it's going to be a $200 billion industry. As of right now, with the metabolic health system, we have a slice of that market. Okay, just we have a slice of it, and it's growing. The natural GLP-1 area is growing. So there's proof by Grandview Research, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, that this is projected to be 200 billion by 2030. Okay, so right now we have a piece of that with a natural GLP-1 option in the daily health system, right? So not everybody wants to inject themselves. Not everybody wants to, not everybody can afford it, right? Because if you don't have a doctor's diagnosis, it's hard to get it sometimes. Not everybody wants to buy some black market underground peptides that they have to make themselves. So there's, some people just want to get off the GLP-1 for something natural. So we have that, okay? But this is what is absolutely crazy. Trinont is launching peptides in July, which is what? Not even a month and a half away. So what is really crazy about this? If you're like, what are you talking about peptides? Bear with me, because I'm going to tell you what about it in just a second. The global market of peptide therapeutics is expanding rapidly. It's valued at 45 billion by 2023 and is going to exceed up to 300 billion by 2033. And some more statistics for you. In the next 5 years, 85% of people will be utilizing peptides. So this is a really big deal. So what the heck is a peptide? Okay. So let's compare some differences here. A supplement is something you would take like a vitamin, vitamins, minerals, herbs. It supports your wellness and nutrition. You want to keep your vitamin D optimized, your vitamin B12. All these things are important, right? Especially since we don't always eat the best, we want to sometimes boost our levels of those by way of a supplement, right? You're supplementing your diet. Pharmaceuticals are prescription medications. They're like a one-two punch that are to treat or manage a disease. Okay. It doesn't get down to the root cause always of what's causing the disease. It's kind of like finding an artificial way to stop it for a while, for example. Antibiotics, statins might fall in that category. Insulin is in this category over here, but it could kind of slide over to the peptide category as well. So, what is a peptide? A peptide is a sequence of amino acids in a row that tell your body what to do. You have these in your body already. You have peptides in your body that tell your body what to do. For example, you eat a big meal, your stomach expands, your body releases GLP, which tells you to put down the fork. Okay. So when people take GLP-1s, they're telling their body they're full before they even pick up the fork. So they eat less, right? So that is the magic of GLP-1s and how they work so fast is they tell your brain that you're full and that you're not hungry. So this is a peptide in your body that you already have, but injecting yourself with more GLP tells your body that ahead of time, right? So these are signaling molecules within the body. There are so many more than just GLP-1s. And the reason the world is so excited about this is because they've seen what happens when people take GLPs. Have you seen some of your friends who have lost weight super fast? Like, boom, right? They're powerful, powerful medications, right? So if that works really well, what does this other whole world of peptides do? And this is just gaining traction. I'm somebody that's been using peptides for a couple of years for a variety of things. And I am so incredibly excited that Trinont will now be offering a lot of these. Some examples, a lot of them have letters and numbers, BPC 157, CJC 1295, TA1, which is thymosin alpha 1. And you're going to start hearing a lot more of these coming about. Trinont will be releasing an oral and an injectable form of peptides. Now, which ones are which, I don't know at this moment, but what I'm going to tell you is something you're not supposed to know that I kind of found out that was leaked to me is this will be medically supervised. Okay, so it's going to be a telehealth situation, and we will be offering oral and injectable offerings here. So, why is this huge from a business perspective? Getting a piece of that $2 billion market is huge from a financial standpoint. Everybody, there's a lot of people out there that want peptides. There's going to be even more that want peptides as we move on. Positioning in this market and getting in early is what's going to make you a ton of money here. Okay. So if that is something that you're looking for, side income, side hustle, peptides are what is up and coming and the latest thing to hit the market. And when you can provide something that is medically supervised, that is going to be a game changer. Okay. So I, as you can tell, am completely jacked out of my mind that this is something that I will be able to help people with and that they will be able to utilize to change their health for the better. A lot of them are for repair, metabolism, recovery. They have them for like mental health issues, things like that. There's a lot of great stuff out there. So that is the information on peptides coming in. And you saw some of our wellness products in our travel. So we can offer all of those things to people. Now, we have many different ways to earn here. Of course, we can go and you have a customer that can just come to your website. You're given a website link and they can shop just like Amazon. You get $7 to $10 for every product. There's people that when they decide to join your team, you get a launch bonus. And you would also earn monthly bonuses off of your team's production as well within that. There's a couple other types of bonuses that we're going to talk about here in just a second, but I'm going to do a real quick overview of what this compensation plan can do for you. So what could an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000, $10,000 a month do for your family? Okay. Think about that for a second. What would that do if you brought in even $500 a month? That is life changing for a lot of people. Okay. Especially with gas prices and groceries as we are. Some people are working a full-time job and they just are ready to fire their boss and be able to take vacation whenever they want. So that's an option too. You can look at some of these monthly bonuses. Our first Jade bonus, which is having two people enroll under you with a group volume of 1,300 between you and your associates and customers and their customers, all of your team volume together. When you hit that, you get $300 plus this Jeep bonus that I'll show you in just a minute. But you can see as we work down the line here, ruby, sapphire, emerald, these are monthly pay. Okay. Emerald, diamond, black diamond, blue diamond, 115,000 up to presidential blue diamond, $300,000 a month. So as you can imagine, adding peptides to our repertoire is going to help you boost through these ranks a lot faster and make this a lot more achievable for sure. I'm a sapphire, my husband's a ruby. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, but you can see from our very first rank all the way up to the top, everybody gets a Jeep bonus. So that is one of the most amazing pieces of this company. In addition to those incomes that I just showed you, we have fast start bonuses. And this is what me and my team really try to help you get is in your first full calendar month, your first month is 0, your second month is month 1. So you actually kind of have 2 months. You can get an additional up to $38,000 in additional bonuses on top of what I just showed you. When you hit that Jade, having two people and 1,300 volume in your first full 30 calendar days, that's $1,050 because you get that $300 Jade bonus plus the $750. So it is really fun to help and watch people achieve these ranks and get these additional incomes on top of the income that you saw above. We have systems in place and people here to help you be successful. So I mentioned that Jeep bonus. This is real. I think some people think that in a company like this, it's the people that work full time and they're at the top of the company that get the pink Cadillac. You know, company I'm talking about, those are so hard to get. Not here. Trinot wants people to be financially set. Okay. They don't want people drowning in a car payment. So they offer this at the very first rank. So I'm going to tell you who these people are in these pictures. This is me over here on the right. I get $500 a month for my Jeep Grand Cherokee lease. It's $510 a lease, so I pay $10 a month for my car. Talk about a blessing. My daughter turned 16. I was able to give her my Honda Pilot. She drives that. I went and picked up my car that I don't really even pay for. On the bottom left here, this is my son, Justin. He just picked this Jeep Gladiator up, gosh, 2 months ago, maybe not even a month and a half ago. And it is so much fun. I should have the picture with the doors and the top and stuff off of it. But zero, we don't pay zero for this. So it's $500 a month. And this is what he gets to drive. This cute little lady up in the top, this is my mom. She is on my team. She's not really a big active distributor, but because of her placement in my tree, she's got a lot of volume I've been able to build under her. She gets the Jeep bonus as well. She's a retired real estate agent and is so blessed to get that car payment. And then we have Rhonda, who you're going to hear from today. She just got her Jeep about the same time Justin did. They were very, very close at the time they got it. And she is all excited. She even had specially made purple stickers on there. So that's a lot of fun. So you'll hear from her in just a little while. But these are real, just normal people, you guys. This is my little side job that I spend an hour to an hour and a half a day on my phone in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee. And not only am I making a great income, I also get the free vehicle. So I'm just little Becky from Green Bay, nothing fancy here. So I mentioned my family business. You saw my son, you saw my mom. They're all part of my organization, and this is what my organization looks like. So when I came in, I just enrolled. I got an elite pack of things that I wanted to try because I was so excited about what we had to offer. But we like to have three legs of business here. So we encourage people to find their top three people that they would love to partner with because those three people are always going to benefit from people that you enroll underneath them. So my husband, Chad, he was the first person that I enrolled, obviously. My daughter, Emma, she's 23 now. She is my second leg. And then my sister-in-law, Kelly, over here is my third leg. So Chad has my mom as one of his associates. She didn't get in quite fast enough. She would have been a little quicker. She probably would have been my top three, right? And then my friend Patty, and then also my coworker Kim. So he has those three. So then those people, they enrolled the blue diamonds, and then those people enrolled the yellow suns and whatnot. My son Justin, he was younger, so he had to wait till he was 18 before I could enroll him. So he's down a little bit lower. But as I'm enrolling more people as we go, I have to put people down in this tree. So I've been placing people underneath people. So the higher you are up in this compensation plan, the more you're going to benefit from growth underneath you. It's not you just growing your team, it's your leader helping you grow your team as well. So I make about, oh, I am a sapphire. I make $4,500 a month. My husband makes $1,500 a month. You add that together, that's about $6,000 a month. That's not a guarantee. Obviously, I've worked here to build to that, but we do have systems here to help you get to wherever it is that you want to be. We don't make any income claims like this is guaranteed, but it is possible when you plug in and do the things that we have to offer. My daughter Emma, she is a solid Ruby. She's saving for a house, and I'm very blessed that she will be able to have a very like lofty down payment on a house. My sister-in-law Kelly kind of vacillates between Ruby and Pearl. She kind of goes up and down, but she is casual with the business and just enjoying where she's at as well. So this has been such a fun thing to do and be able to help as many people as I can build their business just like this. And when we're talking to people, everybody's going to want to be in your top three because of the peptides that are coming. All right, so our next person I'm going to introduce is the girl with the purple stickers on her Jeep. This is Rhonda. Rhonda and I have known each other for how long has it been? Has it been like 14 years?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably about that.
Over there.
Yeah. Um, so we've known each other for a long time. We met in the medical laboratory world of things. She is a grandma with two, well, she has two kids of her own, and this is little Princess Buttercup here. And she has such an amazing story, not just from a health perspective, but her why with the business. She built to Pearl Pro faster than anybody I have ever seen here. Gets the Jeep bonus. And we also got to take the incentive trip together to Mexico that the company gives you as well. So Rhonda's amazing. She's huge following everywhere she goes. Everybody loves her, and you're going to see why here in just a second. So, Rhonda, go ahead. Take it over.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Rhonda. I started my health journey about 2 years ago. I just hit my 2 year mark. I had just lost my mom, and I was the heaviest I ever been. I was almost 300 pounds, and I had a wake up call and said, I need to get my stuff together because I need to be here for my kids and my granddaughter. Because my granddaughter is my everything. My mom was the best grandma to my kids, and that's all I want to do is just be what she was to my children. So I started my journey on my own. Becky reached out to me a few times. I regretfully told her no, but I continued watching her over and over for the last year. So for a year, and then I had open heart surgery in January of 2025. Very scary thing, especially when I had to fill out an end of life journal for my family just in case, so that really it was another eye opener for me for my health. But my recovery took a toll on me, and I finally reached out to Becky and in May of last year and told her that I needed help with my energy because I was just exhausted. My body went through it, so she sent me a sample of Mojo. And that one cup of Mojo that I tried sealed the deal for this company. I was amazed on how truly unbelievable I felt. I was working one day, writing something down, and I just like stopped what I was doing and was like, I feel weird, a good weird. I'm like, I feel different. I feel happy. So that was like my eye opener. And after that, I signed up in June of last year. So been with Trinop for almost a year. Like Becky said, I have two kids. I also work full time as a medical lab technician at a local clinic. And this has just been a true blessing for me. I ended up signing up, but I only signed up for a discount. I told Becky, I will never ever do a live. I'll never do a Zoom. I'll never do anything like that because I'm so shy and I have such anxiety to talk. Um, I told her I wasn't going to do it. So after trying the products for a little bit, and I had my family be my guinea pigs as well, I I told her, okay, let's do it because we were feeling amazing. I couldn't believe just in the short time that we were trying the products how great we were feeling. Um, I've had diabetes, pre-diabetic, and my all my labs after taking this products have all gone down to normal, which is unbelievable. My brother has gastro problems, and he is also diabetic, and he can't live without Enrich or Transform. So it's been truly a blessing for my family and myself. So I wanted to share with everybody because I wanted everybody to experience what we were experiencing. So I finally reached out to Becky and said, okay, let's do it. But I'm not talking. You're going to talk through my live. So we did it. We launched it, and here we are. It's this journey is something that I did not expect. I may cry, I may tear up. Um, sorry. I came here for the discount, and the income has been really life changing for my family. Oh my God. Sorry.
Okay.
It's
The,
okay.
the people that I've met along the way, everybody is so supportive with everybody. And I don't know. Like I said, this was such an unexpected journey for me. I have and my goal is just to share this with everybody, and just I want everybody to feel the way we've all been feeling on these products. So the income wise, I have when I reached out to Becky about doing it, I had a week left to my calendar month. And within that week, I ended up ranking and getting my bonus. And every month since I've joined for the last year, I've ranked, and also I've gotten our second family account ranked up to Opal. So, like I said, it has been truly life changing for us. And I still do this with my full time job as well. I just find small pockets of time within my day that doesn't interrupt my work. It doesn't interrupt my family time because it's all through my phone. And so our next time, so this is what's helped me build my business. We have world class training and support from the company and our teams. Our leaders are very close with us and help us rank, help us build our business, and do anything that they can to support us. Another thing I love about Trinont is our team is we do this together. We're supporting each other. We're not competing. And you're never going to feel left behind because I know some companies are, you're the top and then you just don't matter, but this company is not like that. Our owners and everything, they're just all amazing. We have training and work sessions throughout the week, every single day, at all times of the day to fit everybody's schedule. We have Becky. Becky does 2 work sessions, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 a.m. And then we have ones in the afternoon. We have ones in the evening. And we even have a couple, I believe those are on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well at 10 p.m. for our West Coast people or night birds. We also have cool things as you rank through the company. There's different camps that you'll be invited to as you grow up to the rank. Becky has been to base camp. That's my goal. I'll be there hopefully next year.
Oh yeah, you will be.
So do you want to talk to that at
Oh,
all?
sure. Yeah, base
Okay.
camp is really cool. The
You do.
owners fly you out to Utah and they have this 12,000 square foot cabin in the mountains that they wine you and dine you. They don't let you pick up your luggage. They cook for you. The actual owners you spend a whole entire weekend in the mountain with, where they pour into you the vision and the belief and all of the training and things that will get you to the next level of leadership. So you get to go, to base camp, and then with that Ruby, when you get to Emerald, you get to go again for Ascent, and then the Diamonds have summits as well. So those are really neat things that you get to do with the owners of the company. They know me by first name, and I'm just little old Becky from Green Bay, Wisconsin. They know Rhonda too. She's been out to Utah with and Vegas and stuff like that for that. So really, really a neat environment to be part of for sure.
Okay, and then along with the trainings, we have on the left, we have our personal wellness quiz, which we just launched this past March in Utah at the convention in Utah. It's an interactive quiz to help customize recommendations of our products. It'll give you options within different budgets. It'll give you a good, better, best bundle options. It's just simple and it's personalized, and it helps keep the guesswork out of trying to recommend products. On the right is what we call our 90 days of social media. It is 90 days of content, testimonials that we have. When you sign up as an associate, this is one tool that will help kick your business off until you get your own story. Um, all you have to do is copy and paste. There's so much content. You copy and paste the testimonies into your post. It helps you stay consistent, and it gives the viewers an idea of how the products work in all different aspects. And like they always say that stories sell. So it's very important to get that out there while you're getting your own story. And if you choose, these are our enrollment bundles. Our first one is our starter bundle. It has our award-winning daily health system and what I like to call our magic gut pill and rich. Our second one next to it is a new bundle that just released in March as well, along with our greens that released. Our greens is similar to it has AMPK activation as well, like Activate, so it's double duty. But you can have a choice between those two for the starter pack. In the middle is our builder bundle. It's probably one of our most popular bundles. It has seven of our products. And you may have seen Becky's top 7 product overview video. And if you haven't, get back to the person who invited you and they can get that for you. And finally, we have our elite bundle. This has everything you need to start your business. It also comes with a free convention ticket, and there's no enrollment fee. It's highly discounted. If you were to buy these separately, you would be paying for at least $400 more. And another thing that changed in March is our enrollment fee. We used to be $99, and now it is only $39, which is awesome. So, and then this slide is about our trips of a lifetime. You can earn up to 2 incentive trips per year. The places like Europe, Mexico, and the Caribbean. Myself and Becky, like she mentioned, we earned our the 2025 incentive trip to Mexico and went this past January. It was the best experience ever. My first time out of the country. It was truly amazing. We made so many memories. I met so many people, and we just got to hang out with the leaders and corporate, and it was unforgettable. Our diamonds are currently in Croatia right now, and next year they are heading to Iceland. So that's one of our goals too.
We'll be there. We'll be in
Yeah.
Iceland for sure.
The company-wide incentive trip will be announced, I believe, in June
June
for
1st.
this year. So
June
super
1st, which
excited to
is
find
like
out where we're going.
a little over a week away. And we get to
Yes, I
find out
know.
where our
It's
next trip is.
crazy.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah.
So, oops. So building your business, the business of your dreams, is however you want to do it. Um, we are here to help you in any way, whether you want just to earn a little bit of extra money, you want to do this full time. We have the platform or products and the tools for you to do this. We have, sorry, I lost my. We have access to the exclusive products and bundles. We also have services for financial instability. Becky, can you touch base on that a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I have all of my life insurance and global life through Trinant, as does my daughter. So Trinant wants you to not just save money on your Jeep payment. They want you to make good money, but they also want you to invest some of the money that you've made. It's an option. You don't have to do it. But I figure with the age I'm at, I'm going to take a portion of what it is I'm making and I'm going to invest it and grow that money for my future. So that is also an option of something that we have.
We also have exclusive networking events and opportunities. Like I mentioned, we just went to Utah in March for our national convention. And in September, we have regional conventions coming up, and there will be one in Milwaukee, September 12th,
Yep.
I believe it is.
Mhm.
So those are just great to meet new people. We get great training, and it just gets you really pumped up for what you're doing.
Absolutely.
We have the business tools and training to help you grow. We have the 90 days of social media, and we have so much more to offer for the training. We have flexibility and freedom of your career. This is through your phone. I still work full time. Some people do this full time, this business full time. So it is whatever you want and how much you want to work and be consistent with it. We also have a charitable platform to give back to communities, usually where you live. Becky and I, it's called Lift Where You Live, sorry. Becky and I did a Lift Where You Live in Mexico when we were there, and we painted shoes for 3 different orphanages. And then after that, we got pictures from them, and the smiles on their faces holding up these shoes that we did was so heartwarming. It was amazing. So that is all I had. So I came for the discount, and my goal for the end of the year is to go part-time in my full-time position. And so I can spend more time with my why, which is my Princess Buttercup. So thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much, guys. One last tidbit that I just want to cover. I know we've gone an hour. This is the longest one we've done.
Oh my gosh.
But I know just one piece that I was talking to somebody about the other day after listening to a podcast was the tax benefits of being a business owner. I don't think people think about that. This is a business you can get for $39, right? So let's say you get in for $39, you buy your products, you can write off your products, you can write off your car mileage, you can write off office space in your house on your taxes, you can write off your cell phone, you can write off your internet, you can write off a lot of your travel because you have to not travel as part of your business. If you're interested in peptides, you're going to be able to write off some of your peptides on your taxes. Who else can say they can do that and have peptides as part of their business, right? There's so many other things that you can write off that I'm missing the list right now. But even if you don't make $25,000-$30,000 a year here and you just make a small income, you can still maximize these tax benefits. So it just makes sense to have, if you're going to try the products, it makes sense to pay the $39 and get thousands of dollars in tax write-offs as a business owner. So that has been life-changing for us. Our tax returns are actually just as big because of the amount of write-offs I can do to offset the business that we have. So that has been such a game changer. So just something else to think about too when you're like, oh, should I order just a daily health system or should I get the daily health system as an associate with the bundle? I would get the bundle so that you have the additional tax benefits and that kind of stuff too. So definitely huge. Couple other things, our clear protein is 20% off. We have travel activation free, so $99 off of travel activation. And those of you that are thinking of ordering tonight, wait till tomorrow. And as we are recording this, it is 5/20 of 2026. We have a sale starting tomorrow. So don't order today. Wait till tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. And you didn't hear that from me.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, like you heard, I waited for a year before I even decided to even try this. I watched Becky. With this launch coming in July, don't wait. Just do it. You're not going to, what do you have to lose? But a couple $100 if it doesn't work, right? Just do it.
All right. Somebody just asked, what is the best for weight loss in a type 1 diabetic and someone with immune issues? I have 3 autoimmune diseases. The daily health system for me, I say, is safe as a salad. That being said, it is heavily plant-based. The people that have to really kind of watch are the people on anticoagulants and things because plants can kind of affect their coagulation. Somebody who's a type 1 diabetic, sometimes the transform, which converts sugar to fiber in your gut, can drop your blood sugars because you're not absorbing as much sugar, so you'd use less insulin. So it's definitely something you would want to get the ingredients from the person that invited you here and run it past your provider to make sure that it is something that should be used by you. The person that I talked to was a type 1 diabetic that was using the daily health system, had an insulin pump and a Dexcom. So they were able to watch and monitor the amount of insulin that was entering their body, and it did decrease the amount of insulin their body required from the pump because their body was taking in less sugar due to the transform enzyme in the daily health system. So it's going to lower your blood sugars, and that can be an issue in a type 1 diabetic. Type 2, they want their blood sugars lower, right? Because theirs are sitting up here. Type 1s, they don't make insulin at all, so theirs can be a little bit more sketchy within that. So definitely with a type 1, I would maybe run the ingredients past your provider to make sure that you and your provider are on the same page and that you're monitoring your blood sugar often because it could potentially become low because of that transform. Okay, does that answer your question? But yes, you could use it, but again, I'm going to use that disclaimer. We don't cure, heal, or treat anything. We are merely a supplement option. So definitely, I tell the type 1s to run it past their doctor. Mhm. Any other questions? Good question. Otherwise, I will stop the recording. Some people don't like their stuff being recorded, so I'll go ahead and stop. For those of you watching the replay, thank you so much for coming.